You are duly protected. You are duly protected.
Thank you for the opportunity, Chairman.
I'm grateful to my vice for the mileage so far. But let's go to Honorable Boama, and then we come to our good friends here.
Chairman, thank you very much. Honorable Agaga thinks he's in court and trying to...
Why something rings a bell, Honorable Patrick Boama. We had a clash in court, maybe something rings a bell.
Yes, we did. COP Mensa, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Listening to you, you expressed some misgivings about the happenings in the police service. What can you tell this committee?
Mr. Chairman, that I'm about the happenings in the Ghana Police Service in the presence of the media. No, I won't. But if an investigative team is looking for what the happenings in the police service, that they call me, come and speak to only the team, then I'm ready.
So you would want an in-camera conversation with the committee?
Exactly, Mr. Chairman.
Chairman, let me look for the memo that referenced the remit of this committee. And V says, make recommendations for reforms where necessary. That's why I asked those questions, because we cannot only dwell on the tape and not make the necessary recommendations for reforms within the police service. So it's a very legitimate question.
It is indeed a legitimate question, but you see, because of a sense of national security, understand, we are not here in this space to put the entire police service on the carpet. That is why I crave your indulgence that if we have to do an in-camera engagement with him, they will fill us in. So that is the sense of what he's saying, and I think we should defer to that.
So, Chairman, I agree with you 100%
yes,
on that.
Yes, sir.
Chairman, I agree with you. So, because, Chairman, I was going to go into areas of promotion that came up during the conversation, and I'm going to also...
If it relates to the tape, understand, then maybe that is fine. Because I am of the humble view. I've listened to the tape severally. It doesn't place the entire activity of the Ghana Police Service into the public domain with the greatest of respect. You see, it's a very limited, area we should look at, which is as to how the referees themselves are political animals, and there's a tendency that they will skew the elections to favor their political preference. That's how I see it. We are not discussing armed robbery or anything with seriously. So those matters that I want to see, the promotion dimension in the police service is not the sole issue here. It's not. Yeah, with the greatest respect. So I'll crave your kind knowledge that if you could be within the confines of that the police service, senior officers, political animals interested in having political outcomes rather than looking at the security of elections is permissible. Professionalism as against party issues. Yeah.
Very well, Chairman. Commissioner Mensah, please, were you at any of the by-elections recently held in Kumewu or Asin North?
Honorable Chairman, I wasn't, because I was on leave pending my retirement.
But you observed as a citizen of the country?
Yes, Honorable Chair, but from afar.
Were there any challenges with regards to operational structure in those elections, in your humble view?
Honorable Chair, I've not had the time to look at what actually transpired in those areas. Because as I said, because I'm on leave, I've stopped thinking about what is happening in the police service, pursuing my own agenda somewhere.
So when Chief Nabu appeared before us, he told this committee that one of your issues or apprehension was the fact that if certain measures were not put in place, what happened in Asin North will befall the party. True or false?
Honorable Chair, that's a total lie, because we had the meeting before Asin North. So how could I have referred to what happened in Asin North?
Very well.
You see, the substance of the tape was that you even predicted that by reason of the post-sharing of this current IGP and with some commissioners who are NDC commissioners, so to speak, we're going to lose Asin North. Did you stand by that, or you want to run away from that?
Honorable Chair, I said it. I said it, and because I heard what was going on before the elections, and what the police officers who have been deployed in Asin North were doing in Asin North.
So this discussion or conversation took place probably after Kumewu and in between the Asin North elections.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
You were worried as a citizen sitting afar.
Honorable Chair, I didn't hear the question very well.
You were quite worried that if steps were not taken, something untoward will happen in Asin North.
That's true, Honorable Chair.
And it did happen.
That's true, Honorable Chair.
So you are a very analytical officer.
Honorable Chair, as an experienced police officer, former Director General Operations, there are certain things that we can foresee coming.
You said you were the former Director General Operations.
Yes, Honorable Chair.
Who was the IGP then?
That was Mr. David Asante Apietu.
Oh, okay. I understand. Oh, lovely. All right. Not too long ago. Honorable Boama, continue probing your colleague, at the bar. Continue.
Chairman, Mr. COP Mensah is a very respected police officer. Very respected, yes. I've checked his background. And you are likely to be a chief somewhere in Ashanti region. You were in the reckoning.
That is true, Honorable Chair.
Some of us have checked your background very well, and we respect you. So, I say enough is what has brought us here with this tape and what have you. Our colleagues retained their seat in Ase North and also raised this issue on the floor of Parliament, and we are seated here. What do you think ought to be done to have a very free and fair elections, regardless of who the IGP is, who the operations commander is, who the district commander is, so that we don't have any, in quote, mafia tactics in any of the constituencies, if you were to be in charge of operations towards the elections?
Honorable Chair, this question, the answer is like writing a PhD thesis.
If you were reading my mind, because I was going to say that would you want to spare us, the whole area is talking about, and deliver to the committee your personal paper. You see what I mean? Because there's a lot that you can say about how to have free and fair elections with police professionalism intact. So please, be gracious enough to share a paper with us, because within the space of this time, your answer could be too long for our comfort. Members, if you agree with me, then I want to so order. Yes. Yes, please do us a very neat paper, and it's fine. We will know how to use the paper and trying to do the recommendations. Yes.
Chairman, I think, are we not making too many assumptions that the witness would give us a lengthy response?
He says so.
No,
he says it's a long, it's like he's going to write.
But Chairman, I think the context is very clear. So let him confine himself to the context within which he and Bugri Nabu, had their recorded conversation. In that conversation, he clearly spoke about how election outcomes wouldn't be favorable for his party with this IGP at post. So what are some of the issues? He should raise them before the committee, and we can follow up with questions.
No. You see, you will have the opportunity to ask him as many questions as you can. But if you listen to your colleague, he said, how can we have an election, listen carefully, which will be devoid of police interferences and the rest of it and those things? And I'm saying that is a whole paper, and even admitted it. So that paper, you can give it to us. But if you want to ask specific questions that what went untoward by reason of police misbehaviors, you can talk about it. Yeah. Yes, you see the point.
And I'm convinced that if he wants to furnish the committee
Yes.
with any paper, that's fine.
Yes, it's fine. It's to improve what we are doing.
From the demeanor of the witness, it tells me, as a lawyer, that there's bad blood between yourself and the IGP, your boss, since you are not out of service yet.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, I didn't hear the question very well.
Is there bad blood between yourself and the IGP, your current boss?
Mr. Chairman, as I sit here, I don't have any bad blood. But what I do is I speak my mind, whether you like it or not. If you're my boss and you do what I don't like, I'll tell you. You can decide to hate me for that. That is your matter. But I don't have any bad blood.
So your answer is that there are several professional disagreements. That's what we are saying. There are never personal issues, but professional disagreements.
That is correct.
Okay.
So, Chairman, let me dwell on go to the last point. That you were in the reckoning to be IGP, and that a report was purported to have been sent to the president, which included your name from the conversation, and that the secretary to the president, Nana Beduito Asante, did not provide that information to the president. Was that a subject matter of discussion between your good self and Chief Bugri Nabu?
Mr. Chairman, that is one of the portions of the audio that I don't trust. Because I know we discussed about the report, but bringing the name of Nana Bediachu in, I still cannot remember.
So there was a discussion on a certain report.
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
A report which emanated from where?
Mr. Chairman, as usual, those reports are prepared by the National Security.
And are you a member of the National Security?
No, Mr. Chairman.
And how did you become privy to the contents of a report that was prepared solely for the president?
Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, this is something that I wouldn't want to discuss here.
So, because of your position, you're able to get details of reports meant for the consumption of the president as a sitting police officer.
Mr. Chairman, as I said, I'm sorry, but I wouldn't want to respond to this one too.
Well, Mr. Chief Nabu, on that aspect, said that it was a hearsay matter. It's in our committee's report, so we'll leave it at that.
COP, why don't you want to speak to the report? We need to know the basis. That would inform our decision to have you speak to some of the issues in camera, as you requested. So what is the basis for your decision not to speak to the report?
Mr. Chairman, as I said, I have the privilege not to speak on certain issues. And I'm not going to speak on that issue, Mr. Chairman, with all due respect.
Let me come in here. Commissioner, you were Chief Inspector January 1, 1992, ASP 27th August 1993, DSP 1st September 1998. That's 6 years interval. Superintendent, 1st June 2002. That's another 5 years or 4 years. Chief Superintendent, 1st December 2004. ACP, 1st January 2009. And DCOP, 1st July 2017, that's about 8 years. And COP, in retirement, on leave pending retirement, 1st April 2019. You've served the service well, and we wish you well as a committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I'm sure the Vice Chairman has a whole catalogue of questions that you want to. Well, I yield space to you to conclude some of the matters. But in the meantime, let's hear a lady's voice, you know. Yeah. But the men, you have dominated the proceedings. Please. No. Let the lady. No, let's hear the lady speak. Yeah, because, and then from there I'll come to you, and then the senior police officer who is now.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The man wants to bully me. Mr. Chair, my question was a follow-up to earlier questions you were asking Commissioner Mensah, but I wasn't given the opportunity, so I want to take him back. Commissioner, you told this committee that you had meetings 4 times with Bugri Nabu. Is that?
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
Please, can you tell us where and the days these meetings were held?
Mr. Chair, I can tell you the place, but I can't tell you the date, because I don't keep those dates in my head.
Very well. So, Commissioner, tell us where these meetings were held.
The meetings were held in his office and one in his house.
Thank you. Where are the location of these 2 places, the office and the house?
The Chair, the office is at Osu, just opposite the Osu police station. And the house is at Dansuma.
Very well. Can you also tell this committee, how long these meetings took place?
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry. I did not keep the times. I cannot.
Very well. I asked this because you said a portion of the tape has been edited. And then I would like to know whether you can tell this committee which portion you think has been edited, and also whether perchance you've heard or seen the original tape.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. This is something that when we were coming here, we were going to ask that we needed the original tape for us to go and listen even before we come and speak to the committee. But we were not allowed. I haven't seen any original tape.
Yes, but it will also mean that you are doing a fishing expedition. You do not know the existence of an original tape, and yet you say the committee should give it to you. We don't have any original tape. You see, because it will be bad as a committee to withhold evidence from you. It will be bad. So anything of consequence that will aid your case, we are in duty bound to give it to you. So to be very honest with you, I sit here as the chairman of the committee, that there is no ambush original tape that we are playing around, which will eventually be to your detriment. So if you know one, we'll be glad that you bring it to us. And then we look at it. So this is what we have. No more than what I'm telling you. And nobody should be deceived in thinking that, oh, the committee is having an original tape, very exculpatory of, the witnesses, and we are keeping it. Let's clear it once and for all that there is no original tape under the belt of, this committee. And it's a fact. It's a fact.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chair. We know this committee doesn't have any original tape, as you are saying. But when we listened to Alhaji Bukri Nabo, when he appeared before the committee, Mr. Chair, he stated that after he sent the tape to the president. The implication is that the original tape is the president. Maybe that's why my counsel were asking if we can get hold of the original tape.
We'll see whether indeed and in fact there is an original tape in the office of the presidency. And trust me, if it is so far, I'll release it to you. Yes, it should be very simple to do that. It shouldn't be a problem at all. So, Madam, you can continue with your interrogation.
Thank you, Chair. My last question to Commissioner. Commissioner, you told this committee you are now on leave pending retirement. Very well, thank you. I would like to know whether these meetings with the chief was held before or after your leave pending retirement.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. That was after. So I was on leave pending retirement.
Right. So let me come to my very good brother, and then I'll come to the ex-police officer.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, for the opportunity. COP Mensah, have you ever discussed the conduct of the IGP with the General Secretary of the MPP, the current General Secretary of the MPP?
Mr. Chair, for due respect, I'm not ready to talk about my private discussions with anybody, anywhere here.
See, where it's going is borne out by the tape that Chief Bukri Nabo said, asked you whether you've had discussions with the
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the OneXBet account. Click on the Take Part button. Place bet and take part in the jackpot draw. Give your luck a chance. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
Unveiling the soul of our culture through the universal language of music and dance on Ghana's Most Beautiful. This week, our remarkable contestants take you on a journey into our heritage.
I still can't erase the memory of how my friend was raped, and due to her inability to confide in anyone,
bringing to life the essence of our traditions, sharing the captivating stories woven into our indigenous music and dance forms. Tune in for a mesmerizing episode this Sunday. Remember, it's another eviction week, and to keep your favorite contestant in the competition, dial *713*13# or download the TV3 reality app to vote. GMB 2023, Ghana's beauty, Africa's pride.
GMB 2023 is sponsored by Gino Tomato Mix, GTP, Techno Camon 20 Series, AT, Pepsodent Charcoal and Lemon Infused Formula and Pepsodent Natural Herbal Formula, Geisha Moringa and Geisha Black Soup, Key Soup, Bell Pack Tissues, Sankofa Natural Spices, Vitamilk, Deluxe Acrylic Paint, Nescofa Blood Tonic, Heaven Black Mosquito Spray and Coil, Enapa Foods, Freedom from Casapreco, Frutelli Calipo, Duffy's Health and Beauty, Obuasi Bitters, Nubna Womwankasa, Dragnet, Shalatem, Top Choco, Global Wings Travel and Tour.
Makeup was done by House of Tara.
Publicly. That is the thrust of the chairman's question.
Mr. Chair, I speak the truth. But the weight of truth that you are tied to it is yours, not mine. But I speak the truth.
So, whether you are engaged in a private conversation or you are speaking publicly, your position is that it is for this committee to attach weight to your statements. Is that your position?
Please come again.
So, COP, are you saying that you speak the truth at all times, whether you are engaged in private conversations or when you are speaking publicly like you're doing now? And so, therefore, it is for this committee to determine what weight to attach to statements you make, private or public. Is it clear?
I speak the truth.
See, my dear brother and friend and colleague at the bar, would you say that you feel betrayed? Because the truth in the private space has come out. Do you feel betrayed? You spoke truth to a man. Unfortunately, the man was taping you. At that level, you say you were speaking the truth. Now the truth is out there. Is that the act of betrayal?
Mr. Chair, it's act of betrayal because what you say, which might be the truth, might not be meant for everybody. It's like telling your friend about your girlfriend, then you go to tell your wife. That's the truth. But it wasn't meant for your wife.
I agree with you to that extent, you know. So it is not every truth you tell privately that should come into the public domain. Okay. My brother here, you have a long journey to go with him. Okay. So Commissioner, try and address the questions directly so that we've not even touched the matters concerning Superintendent Asari. Yeah, so let's see how we fast track it, and then. But if we should adjourn and come back tomorrow, we will look at it.
Yeah, I think it's almost there.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yes, let's see how probably we will wind up with our friend. So when we don't disturb him, and then, yes.
COP Mensah, when you were Assistant Superintendent of Police, the current IGP Dampare was a sergeant. Is that correct?
That is true.
And you became Assistant Commissioner during the time of President Kufuor. Is that correct?
That is true, Mr. Chairman.
And the 8 years that the NDC was in office, you were never promoted. Is that correct?
That is true, Mr. Chairman.
Nanado came and made you a commissioner. Is that correct?
That is true, Mr. Chairman.
And so when you make a statement like this, the President of the Republic of Ghana, His Excellency the President of the Republic of Ghana, and so when you stated, as was captured in the audio, media, I have been MPP member since long time, before I even joined the service. And now we need, because if you don't break the 8, that's my only objective. Anybody I meet, I tell them, we need this man. He can't help. You became an MPP member since you have been an MPP member long time before you joined the service. Is that correct?
Mr. Chairman, my family has been with the UP tradition ever since I was born, and it remained there till now.
So as you speak, are you a card-bearing member of the MPP? Why not?
Mr. Chairman,
I think you've answered it in a way that you are not a card member. No.
Come on. This can lead to problems for this man.
Okay, let's. It's leading into temptation now. No, it's a bad. What is the meaning of this?
Chairman, with the greatest of respect, yes. I don't think this question ought to be admitted.
I was just going to tell him. I was going to tell him that this is not fair.
It's very dangerous for the force.
Cancel.
Very dangerous.
Cancel.
He may have ambitions later in life, and you want him.
Yes.
But make some admissions.
Oh.
Chairman.
Okay.
Just a second. Honorable Chairman, the Honorable Patrick Boama has usurped your power and gone a step further by overruling you. Chairman, I think we need to call the Honorable Patrick Boama to order.
I think I'm trying to, do what is honorable, that is too far-reaching. That whilst he's a commissioner, he's a card-bearing member. But what I can glean from what he's saying, that he's a blood-carrying member of the UP tradition. That's what he said. Yes. So please, do not answer this one. I crave your indulgence. It's too far-reaching. Yes.
I asked this innocuous question based on a statement that is captured here as having been made by the witness, especially when he indicated that I have been MPP member since long time before I even joined the service. And so
the greatest of respect, the witness was a chief inspector on the 1st of January 1992. The MPP was formed in August 1992. So he couldn't have been a party member long before. Yeah, so
you know what is it that would you want to ask him whether he has MPP sympathies? Oh my brother. Okay, please answer as he comes so that it shouldn't be seen as if I'm gagging my colleague here.
Mr. Chairman,
okay, go ahead.
Chairman,
go ahead. Yeah.
I think he answered the first leg of the question by alluding to the fact that his entire family are members of the UP tradition since time immemorial. You understand? And then I asked a specific question relative to his membership with the MPP, just because of the statement here. Unless you are telling me that the statement here is not factual.
You can be a member of MPP without being a card-bearing member of MPP. There's a difference. So that is a slight difference.
So I wanted the witness, a lawyer, an experienced police officer.
No, it has consequences for him. You see, the chair to protect the witness as well, because it has serious consequences for him, and you know. So please, you can ask another question, because this is fairly serious. Because when you say is a card-bearing member of the, then that is serious. Yes. You want to say he's a political activist in the police service. That is serious. No. He has more questions. I know him. Please proceed. Please proceed. Let a member of the committee proceed with further questions.
Mr. Chairman, I thank you very much. But I also entreat you, with all respect, we all like the way you are chairing this committee. Very fair to all of us. And therefore, I will entreat that when I pose harmless questions, the witness should be allowed to answer those questions. Otherwise, it will appear that you don't want us to ask all the, critical questions. Let me proceed.
Yes, you have the liberty to ask questions.
Yes.
And he's been giving you some hints now that some no, you listen. If you listen to him, he said, I won't answer this question. The right to remain silent. And so where he wants to answer, let him answer. But you see, this particular one, with the greatest of respect, it has far-reaching consequences. And bear in mind, they have to settle his monies and the rest of it, So what he says here could be a weapon. He's going to retire with benefits. But if they should challenge him, now look, this guy's, it could be something else, I crave your indulgence. But I will never gag a member of this committee from asking questions. So please, you can proceed.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. There is also a statement here, having been captured as a statement from the witness. Yes, he is aware. I told him, General Secretary, if you don't take care, you take the party to opposition, and you'll be the worst General Secretary. The next elections, you lose because you came when we are in power, and you couldn't help us the way we want. I gave him all there. Yes. Did you make the statement?
Mr. Chairman, for all due respect, I wouldn't want to answer this question. Thank you.
See, Commissioner, this particular statement is on the tape. This part, what he was trying to, bring your attention to is your voice recording. Are you distancing yourself from your own voice? That's what it means, So please, did you say this or not?
Mr. Chairman, I want him to repeat the question.
I should repeat the question. Yes. You stated that, I'm quoting exactly what you said, verbatim quotation. Yes.
Jackpot of the week. Place bets and hit the jackpot. Log into the 1xBet account. Click on the Take Part button, place bets, and take part in the jackpot draw. Give your luck a chance. Use promo code to get a bonus on your first deposit.
This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet responsibly, not for persons below 18 years. Gambling can be addictive.
What do you men want? What do you want?
We want women.
You want
We
women?
want women. Ade.
You want women? What am I to you? Come on, what am I to you?
You are a woman.
Meyere, to me confirm Manchester the Betunsu. Chester Water brother, Medo Joda 1159.
Ublazi na we see hata hamana so hon. Akoromfo be fa en wahu. Mi hu yo. Timi de say ona hamana yesi. Tumu say hamana ye nipa nko be kansa. One side pe.
Auntie B, me se me ko wo fufuo no e wo soro ho. To your back to say me. Ashi go good. Nana ma go top.
Top coat. Odium pepepe.
Method. Malaria game changer no.
Raffle cost a chance to win big.
Wallet, Yabatao. Killer syrup, and Mammo Freddy tea.
If you're this and every Friday at 8:30 p.m. on TV3. Let's discover South Africa with 3FM 92.7 and South African Airways from the 21st to the 28th of October 2023. Let's travel to discover the beautiful sights and sounds of Joburg, tour the most enchanting wineries of Cape Town, and attend the biggest wine event in Africa, Wine X, amongst many other incredible experiences. Be a part of this exclusive getaway from the 21st to the 28th of October. Tour package includes visa facilitations, return flights to Accra, round-trip flights to Cape Town and Joburg, hotel accommodation, breakfast and lunch, exclusive tours of the winelands and wine tasting in the Western Cape Province, city tours of Cape Town and Joburg, exclusive access to the Grand Wine X event at Sandton Convention Center, guided shopping tours and tourist sites, and B2B networking breakfast sessions. Book your place for the trip of a lifetime. Single occupancy is $2,699. Double occupancy is $2,399. Special rates are available for couples. Please call 0531 100 to be a part of the 3FM Getaway. 3FM Getaway is powered by 3FM 92.7 and in partnership with SAA and supported by TV3.
No, stop it, don't do it. No, please stop it. No. I poisoned him.
I'm a dragon.
The difference between a sinner and a saint is that the saint has a past and the sinner a future. There is a shoulder that does not discriminate, an ear that listens without a mouth, and a heart that listens with empathy. Here on Confessions, we believe that everyone has a story, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And together with my seasoned guests, we make the conversations relevant for our lives today and the lessons therein. Confessions, the safe haven for all your secrets.
Confessions shows on Saturdays at 9:30 p.m. on TV3.
Brought to you by
MTN.
I'm a hero from zero up to hero.
Many with great voices have taken their chance on the biggest music reality show on screen.
Rap na kasa be my career. Iti Mr. found to my mediano na yamba pesi kakena bi na yen.
Some stood out with their lyrical abilities and style. Mentor is back. The search is on. Who becomes the next winner? Mentor, the world awaits you.
Good
Good life! Good life! Forget the job. Yes, get the job and enjoy the #1 most exciting game show in Ghana. This is the Good Life Game Show. Name one symptom of malaria. Cold and shivering is correct. True, and that is wrong. With your hand. Hey! I call it Father Bena. Hey! Who will be the first to connect the phone? Hey! Congratulations.
Good Live game shows Fridays at 8 p.m. on TV.